Hello, everyone. It's great to see all of your lovely faces, my brothers and sisters in Agile. I'm honored and privileged to be part of Agile by Example 2K23. Thanks for having me, for the organizers. And my name is Tomasz Wilk. As much as I enjoy talking about myself, I'll limit the introduction to literally one sentence. I was working with management teams from United States, China, France, Germany, Great Britain, Poland, now Netherlands. And I've learned, I observed that no matter the geographical location, the language, the cultural background, we all struggle with one thing: handling success. Now, think about it. Once we've left the safe harbor of waterfall, where everything was planned, predictable, now we're navigating the waters of Agile, where they tell us, hey, you need to be ready to course correct almost every single day. It's natural that we spend a lot of time and resources to mitigate risks, right? Fail fast, good, but also fail safe. So if we fail, we don't blow up the whole operation. Okay? Let me show you what I mean on an example. Meet Kevin. He's a product owner. He just got himself a budget for turning his vision into reality. It's a proper agile environment, so he has a fully fledged cross-functional team supporting him, front end, back end, database, tests, Scrum Master. The team worked hard and they exceeded all the expectations, okay? People are loving it, people are buying it, so the company showers them with money. What do they do with the money? We have a good direction, we need to deliver more. Let's have more people. Now, our clients, they love Kevin. They tell their friends about Kevin, so the friends come to Kevin and say, Kevin, we want also buy your product, but our business is very specific, okay? So we would need specific features, specific technology. Now Kevin needs UX guy to help him translate all the client's needs. UX is king. He'll probably need mobile. Some of the clients use cloud delivery. He would need an architect to make sense out of that. And some super duper DevOps, so that it doesn't all crash during the first release. This is Kevin's team now. Imagine the agile events he's gonna have with multiple products they're delivering at the moment, multiple stakeholders. This is the time when the complexity needs to be handled. We don't want to put the complexity of the product on the client. Client also is king. And more often than not, organization looks to the team to handle complexity. So this is where we start. Dividing teams, introducing some frameworks of the teams talking to each other, talking to product owners, talking to the clients, and maybe put additional layer of Scrum on top of their Scrums, you never know. I took this slide from one of the Ginter's presentation, don't tell him. But I totally agree that at some point we want to have organization take over this complexity. One of the ways we can do that is team topologies. At ING, we've been tinkering with it for the last 2 years. And well, today I wanted to share some of our lessons learned with you. Before we deep dive, quickly, what is a team topologies for people who didn't read the book? Although Andy said many of you did. Yes, it is a book, 200-something pages long. I tried to put it down on the one picture. Basically what you want to do, you recognize 4 types of teams and 3 types of interaction modes. First type of team, basically your agile team, delivering value directly to the customer. But from team topologies perspective, it needs to be super small, nimble with a narrow scope. In order to do that, we need to take everything that is non-core, non-essentials out of the team and have the other 3 types of teams help with that. Like an enabling team, AKA the expert team. Example, Scrum Masters at your company. Right? Some of the mature teams with experienced product owner would probably not need your support as a Scrum Master that much, maybe sometimes help with some new idea for retrospective. But the team that is in forming, norming, whatever storming stage, well, they require a lot of more attention. Another type of the supporting team, platform team, where there are common things between multiple streamlined teams. Example, product metrics. Who uses the product, how is being consumed, when. Can delivery team build new features without this knowledge? Probably. Will they be more effective having this knowledge? For sure, hence the platform team. And the last, actually the least desired in the system, is complicated subsystem team. This is where we recognize that we need some highly specialized skill within the process. Not all teams require to have it, but at some point of time of building their product, they would need their help. So we kind of like outsource it to complicated subsystem team. Sorry for my breathing today, I'm still under the weather. Everyone's is ill at home, what can you do? Yeah, so the idea here, we put all of the things to the supporting teams. I mean, everything that's not required, so that the delivery team can focus on what they're doing and to minimize their cognitive load. When you're gonna hear about team topologies, you're gonna hear this term a lot. What it means is all the knowledge you need to have to be effective part of the team. Remember Kevin's team at the very end? Imagine the amount of information that each team member would need to understand what other team members are talking to him, right? All right, and the free interaction modes. If collaboration, if we have strong dependencies between the teams, X as a service, if one team just provides their service to others with minimum interactions, and facilitation when one team comes to another and tells them, let me show you how things are being done. Okay? This is also important because it sets up the stage in terms of collaboration, expectations. And when you're gonna look at these 4 elements, these are essentially your building blocks to create a structure around the product. This is how this can look. Now, this is a real-life example, financial risk modeling domain, actually part of the domain. The others follow the same pattern, so we're going to focus on that. What I wanted to show you here is the way of how you can decouple the business portfolio into streams. One of the directions you can take is geography. Please bear in mind, ING, financial institution, we work in a heavily regulated environment. So the expectations from, for example, what we have there, Spanish or Belgian regulator can make a huge difference, hence different streams. And another approach you can take, the user persona, set of personas, stakeholders that share the same requirements, wholesale/retail. If you want to now extend this product, it's relatively easy. Let's say we have a chance to take over German mortgages. Mortgages is a hot topic right now, right? What you do, you need 3-4 developers. You set up a new streamline team. They have their data provided to them from a platform. They have financial reporting standards enabling team, helping with methodology if they're not up to date with the changes. And they have their governance done by way of working, another enabling team. Right? With this, basically this is why I'm here, why Team Topologies can be on an Agile conference, is because you're building the structure that is not set in stone, is expanding whenever needed. So yeah, when the success hits you, bang, you're ready, okay? And this can be done step by step. if another platform is needed, but because you see more of the commonalities between the stream-aligned teams. Just put it out there. Another example and another strength of team topologies, the perspective. Identity and access management. So you have various banking applications. Obviously, you want users to log in without any effort, right? You put your credentials, bang, you see your profile. And all that happens within the platform of access management. From the company's perspective, it's just this, big blue box platform. There are around 50, 60 people in there. So unfortunately, I cannot show you the real setup, but more or less it looked like this. So inside this platform, we have multiple stream-aligned teams helping specific stakeholders. I'm not sure if I have a pointer here, right? Because I'm just pointing at the screen. And you can have a platform within a platform. Fun fact, in this case, the platform handles customer experience. That was not super obvious for us when we were doing the transformation of this area, but it worked, right? So again, you want to expand your product. You see some new applications coming in need of access management. Another stream-aligned team using the support of other teams. This part I treat a little bit as a warning towards you guys. Again, Team Topologies, the book, 200+ pages, a lot of very useful information. I sincerely recommend it. It's not a manual, though. It's not a step-by-step on how to get there. It describes the end state and results and conditions that you want to be aware of for this state to be effective. But you still would need tools, best practices, agile frameworks. These are not mentioned in the book or the materials around the book at all, but don't let this discourage you. Our experience is those interaction modes that I've shown you before, they help a lot because if you identify specific connection points, then whatever framework the team runs is mostly up to the team. So that helps. Governance. This is a very broad term, I understand. The core of it, for me at least, is roles and responsibilities or accountabilities and responsibilities even. Team topologies will never tell you, okay, this is where your first line management should be, this is your second line, this is the product ownership. That would be too much in detail. But it helps you to reach a, well, specific state you want to be at. We leverage the team topologies to delegate autonomy to the team level. So then we see a lot of fast decision making being done. Helped a lot. So again, you can use it to your advantage. And the Jesus Christ, sorry. The last, not very obvious point is the organizational culture. It's a tricky because team topologies speak a lot about culture actually, but it's always in the context of setting up and maintaining uninterrupted flow of delivery. My perspective is not enough because you can use the same setup and in different business domains, you're gonna reach a different outcome in terms of behavioral change. So also when you're doing the transformation, you're using the team topologies, please be aware that you're doing it with purpose in mind. Okay? Cool. So we went a little bit through why this can be used and at which point, what is behind team topologies, how we were implementing it on obviously just two short examples. And I'm looking at the time right on spot in terms of questions.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for your talk. If you want to ask questions, the link is again in the left bottom corner of the large screen, and there are some questions already. And there are two questions which are more or less the same, so I will try to kind of combine them into one. But basically the questions are, okay, isn't it against cross-functional teams? Isn't it for building actually, again, component teams with single specialization?
Great question. Yeah, you want to be aware of that because in search of the lowest cognitive load possible, yeah, you're being tempted to remove part of the ownership of the process of the or the delivery outside of the streamlined team, and well, we've been there. It's gonna come back to haunt you. So the streamlined team is supposed to have end-to-end ownership, and the this demarcations, decoupling, is the most effective when done on the business portfolio side rather than on the technical components side. Not sure if that answers. If not, I can deep dive also on the example.
Okay, I don't know. That's for the person who asked the question. There is another question which is kind of interesting. How did you measure actually the success of this transformation?
Ooh, I like that, the data and the successful transformation. It depends. I know you hate this, but it really depends on the purpose. That's why I mentioned at the beginning, right? You want to know why are you doing this. So you can have, for example, the need for expanding your stakeholders, your clients' portfolio. And then you measure against that. You really want to, in some cases, speed up your delivery. You want to see the satisfaction of existing stakeholders raising, because there were domains, actually this financial risk, what I've shown, the stakeholders were clearly identified. We were not really looking to diversify it, but we wanted them to see the predictability that we've heard about before in the morning, predictability raise, and the quality as well.
Okay, and there is another question which is, I kind of think I know what it is, but how do you manage the alignment between teams going through business and IT, to different streams of value going through business and IT?
There's no business and IT here, right? I mean, this
Wow.
what you've seen there is everything. There's this business ownership, IT ownership, architecture, whatever you need, you put within the structure.
Okay, so that's kind of cool, because that's one of the things that we have been aiming for years, that to kind of erase this boundary.
Yeah, and this is what I talked a little bit about the governance. So again, this is what team topologies do not tell you, but we have very good experience with combining those roles on the managerial levels, so that this is being that the ownership and the accountability is within the same domain, so there's no ping point between business and IT.
Okay, there are two questions. Anyway, one is a question, one is a fun question. So the actual question is, which countries have been involved in the change? Was it cross-cultural?
Yes. Just to give you an example, I don't think I can name them all. First, the pilot implementations of team topologies were done here in Poland, in the hubs, in Belgium, in our core banking part of the structure, and in headquarters in Netherlands. Actually in headquarters in multiple different business domains. And now that we're past the, let's say, testing phase, and we have more experience with that, we use it to build global capability hubs. So then it depends on the hub. Usually it's connecting headquarters and locations in Poland, Romania, or Philippines.
Okay, and the last one.
That's the funny one.
There is another one. An anonymous person is asking, is your voice so cool because you're under the weather?
Yes.
Or are you also working as a voice artist dubbing movie trailers?
Wow. During the opening speech, there was this, hey, reach out to me. I want to, get to know you. Yes, reach out to me. Thanks for this. I think it's a combination of both, right? But for sure, I'm having trouble catching my breath at times, and hopefully you're gonna forgive me for that.
I think we all enjoyed the talk. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much, guys. And wait, I have to leave you with this. Do your thing, guys. Take care. Thanks so much.